It is the third day of Eagles training camp. We heard from Kevin Patullo, the new offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles, had a lot of things to say about the offense, and KELEE Ringo is getting pushed to the limit right now. They are trying to do as much as they possibly can to make sure that he is going to be ready. A lot to talk about within this defense, a lot to talk within this offense, so let's get straight into it all.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was.
Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So, the third day of Eagles training camp. A lot has happened, but we definitely started out with the press conference with Kevin Patullo, the new offensive coordinator. Another new coordinator, another new year for the Philadelphia Eagles. Kevin Patullo's been here for, 4 years, something like that. He really started off talking about really the most important things here are the identity of the offense, okay, where she said that everything really starts up front with the run game. Talk about Jalen Hurts and how far he's come as a passer. And in my opinion, Jalen Hurts has really been the offensive coordinator, really the one that runs things. Seems like every year they're giving Hurts more control on what to implement within this offense and things that they will use, things they won't use. And then these coordinators will add a little bit more flavor to the offense. And that's why Kevin Patullo is here, and that's what we're hoping that he's going to do. We talked about that this offense is going to be pretty similar to last year. It's almost unstoppable at this point, and how the receivers are so good on the perimeter, and they're not going to sway away from taking shots downfield, and they're going to do that, and I expect them to continue to do that. And as Kevin Patullo has seen Jalen Hurts kind of grow the last few years, I mean, 93% completion percentage of his passes in training camp and just getting better and better. Now, Kevin Patullo did make the announcement that he will be calling plays from the sideline, really because he wants to stay in communication with his quarterback. And I think over time, the last few years, we've always seen Hurts go up to Patullo on the sideline, whether you're making any type of changes, whether you have to adjust to something. And it's always been a really solid foundation between those two. So that is going to continue, and I think that's a very good thing. Now, Kevin Patullo did talk about the running back situation, how surprised he was in A.J. Dillon as a pass catcher. Not only that, but the coaching staff has given him a lot of attention early in camp, and thank God for that, because with that neck injury and really hasn't played December of 2023, he's healthy, he's ready to go, and it's going to be a pretty good number two behind Saquon Barkley. But in my own opinion, I'm kind of looking to see how they're going to use him. Is he going to be taking over that Gainwell role? You know, what's going to happen with Will Shipley? Are they going to have him more in this offense? We're going to see how it flows out, but really good insight on A.J. Dillon and how he's doing from camp from the OC's perspective. Now to get into actual practice, when we get into the injury report for the Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Carter, for a third straight training camp practice, did not practice, and hopefully this thing isn't too serious, but maybe he got hurt in summer workouts or something like that. Hopefully Jalen Carter comes back soon, because he really needs to work of the offseason program, and hopefully he'll be back. But on the limited side of things, Jahad Campbell still with the shoulder. Kenyon Green is officially back. Okay, he's been dealing with this knee injury, and officially he had his first practice on the third day. Cam Jurgens limited, as he has been since the first day. So this list needs to stay as short as possible, and we're definitely, hopefully, going to stay that way. Now to go to the defensive side of the ball, Adoree Jackson did have first-team reps for the second day straight with first-team defense, but I think he ended up kind of splitting the reps with KELEE Ringo later on in practice, so I'm not really making a big deal out of that. You had Sidney Brown and Andrew Makuba splitting reps as well, and we got a little bit of a scare today because Andrew Makuba did collide with wide receiver Danny Gray, and Makuba was on the ground, and the whole practice paused, and he was on one knee, so we're hoping that everything was okay. And then the tweet came out a couple minutes later that he was walking, so probably got the wind knocked out of him. So I'm really glad everything's all right with that. Nothing to worry about there. Now, Quinyon Mitchell had a pretty good day. Deep ball downfield to Devontae Smith, defended him pretty well downfield, which was great. So nice to see that. Quinyon Mitchell is just getting better and better every single day. And obviously, such a big year he had last year, and it's just continuing right into training camp, right where he left off. And Good day by Quinyon Mitchell. Now we're going to be talking about the linebackers. Jahad Campbell actually replaced Zach Baun with first team, playing next to Trotter Jr., and he had a pretty good day. Even after practice, he did some other activities after practice as well. So putting in that extra work after practice is always a great thing to see from some of these players. Trotter Jr. actually had a pass breakup with a throw from Hurts to Calcaterra. So linebackers have been good, and Jahad Campbell is really starting to go within his own now, and really starting to be a little steady now coming off this injury. So he's looking pretty damn good. Now we're going to get into the 11 on 11s, okay, especially with KELEE Ringo, because I don't know if there were two different reps between Ringo versus A.J. Brown. One was a 3rd and 10, and another one was just a regular down the sideline throw. And it looks like both times, if there were 2 times, I can't tell from some of the reports, that Ringo got close to A.J., ran into him before the pass, the ball came down, and looks like the coach threw the hat, which means that it was a PI call. I understand that there's a lot of corners out there that cannot cover A.J. Brown, okay? And if Ringo is going to get tested, this is going to be the ultimate test. The Eagles are putting Ringo through the ringer right now, and not a bad way, in a positive way to keep doing this. The Eagles are putting Ringo into the fire so much because if this doesn't work out, it's going to be on the coaches. It's not going to be on Ringo. The Eagles decided to let Slay walk, and they decided to say that Ringo was going to have a big opportunity and he was going to win this job. I honestly don't know how good Adoree Jackson is. I need to see more from him as well as a safety blanket for the back end of this corner group if Ringo does not pan out. But when you get into preseason, you cannot sit Ringo in preseason. I don't care if he's supposed to start for the regular season. If he's not playing that well, regardless, I think he needs as many reps in preseason as possible. There's no way you could sit him out for 3 games. Play him for a quarter or play him for a half the first game, a quarter the second game, and then rest him that 3rd game. We're going to find out. Until these full pads come on, it's really going to show joint practices, getting to these preseason games, if he's going to sink or swim. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I have the patience. But I'm just going to report on if it's another bad day, and it was another bad day. And it seems like Ringo's not really going against anybody else at practice. It's literally just A.J. Brown. I mean, you want the practice, you're going to get it against the best receiver in football right now, and that's what he's going to get, and we'll find out what happens, but it was another rough day. Now, the Eagles defense did dime package for the first time, where they had Sidney Brown play next to Reed Blankenship at safety, and then they had DeJean and Makuba in the slot, which was kind of nuts. That inside is going to be absolutely insane. The versatility, he's moving guys around, because I'm telling you, it's going to be endless the way he can move players around and play good at any position in this defense. But having 2 guys like that in the middle, with Sidney Brown hopefully could play good on the back end, is a really nice start. Now, Cooper DeJean has been practicing with the cornerbacks, but he has not been put on the outside yet. In basic, he's playing safety, and nickel, he's playing inside, and that's pretty much how it's been. We'll see if it changes later on, depending on this cornerback 2 situation. So we're going to monitor that real closely as Eagle camp continues. Now, the big Jordan Davis, or the slim, leaner Jordan Davis, had a really good day today. He had literally a pass breakup today, and he had pressure with a sack on Jalen Hurts. He had a fantastic day. I need to see this live. I need to see video of this, because Jordan Davis, it's going to be a big year. It's going to be the best year of his career so far, and I'm ready to see all of it. The DTs on 11 on 11s, it looks like Moro Ojomo, the defensive tackle, got a sack on Jalen Hurts today, and he's coming to within his zone. So proud of Moro Ojomo, and obviously learning from some of the other guys. And I thought his pressures were good last year. His pressure percentage has gone up. His win rate percentage has gone up on matchups every single year, and it's just getting better. So I'm expecting him to really take that Milton Williams role and get a little bit closer depth-wise in the rotation and start to really have his good years coming before he gets paid big money. Now, regarding the offensive side of the ball, Jalen Hurts had a throw to Goddard, which was great. He's been pretty good on the connections to Goddard during camp. Got some pressure from Nolan Smith on that play, but a really nice completion. Threw his first touchdown to Devontae Smith on a slant play. I think threw 2 touchdowns to Devontae Smith for some red zone drills. Tanner McKee had a really good completion to Danny Gray, the wide receiver, and it was a pretty low ball and a really nice catch by Danny Gray going down to the ground. It looks like Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the third-string quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, had a few really good completions. I would have to say that this is probably his best day he's had so far. He obviously has the similar skill set to Jalen Hurts. He could run, he could run all over the place. So I want to see more of him, especially in joint practices. I want to see him in the preseason games, get a lot of reps. And Kyle McCord had a pretty good day today. Threw a deep pass for a contested catch by Elijah Cooks, came down with it. The whole sideline kind of went crazy today on that pass. So got to see more Kyle McCord. Haven't heard his name enough, but got to see more. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. So we talked about probably the most important thing is KELEE Ringo. That cornerback 2 spot is where things are going to get hairy a little bit. It seems like it's a lost cause right now for a lot of Eagle fans, but it's almost like Gladiator. I mean, it looks like KELEE Ringo is getting put into the Coliseum, and they are putting him through every test necessary possible and to see if he survives every single day. Iron sharpens iron, and facing the best receiver in football should make him better throughout any other type of talent that's out there on opposing offenses. And I'm really hoping this works out, and we have to give it more days. We have to give it a few more weeks, and we have to watch this thing very closely. Let me know what you guys think about KELEE Ringo. What do you guys think about all the versatility in this defense? How do you feel about Jordan Davis? How do you feel about Ken Patullo and how he's going to run this offense this year? Do you have trust in him? Are you worried? Do you have faith in him? You guys let me know in the comment section below. Want to appreciate everybody watching the video today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Eagles news every single day. And make sure you hit the like button because it helps out tremendously. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Shakes, what up, follows? Peace out. Peace.